War in the air was shaped by speed, range, and reliability. Across multiple fronts, aircraft were pushed beyond design limits. Some performed quietly, others struggled visibly. Together, they defined a nation's air war. Fiat CR-32. The Fiat CR.32 was a single-engine biplane fighter. It was used primarily for air combat and interception. The aircraft relied on maneuverability rather than speed. Its open cockpit and fabric-covered wings represented traditional fighter design. Pilots valued its responsiveness in dogfights. It served as a frontline fighter during the early years of the war. The Fiat CR.42 was a biplane fighter introduced as monoplane fighters became dominant. It conducted interception and ground attack missions. The aircraft was rugged and agile at low altitude. Its fixed landing gear and wire brace structure reflected earlier design philosophy. Despite technological obsolescence, it proved effective in specific combat situations. It remained in service due to limited alternatives. Macchi C.200. The Macchi C.200 was a single-engine monoplane fighter. It provided air defense and escort duties. The aircraft emphasized structural strength and handling. Pilots noted its robust construction and stable flight characteristics. The radial engine configuration prioritized reliability over maximum performance. It operated extensively in Mediterranean and North African theaters. Macchi C.202. The Macchi C.202 was a refined fighter design with improved performance. It served as an interceptor and escort aircraft. The airframe allowed higher speeds and better climb. The inline engine installation reduced drag significantly compared to earlier models. Enhanced armament options improved combat effectiveness against enemy aircraft. It became one of Italy's primary fighters during mid-war years. Macchi C.205. The Macchi C.205 was a high-performance fighter introduced late in the war. It was used for interception against enemy bombers. The aircraft combined speed with heavier armament. Its enclosed cockpit and streamlined fuselage represented advanced Italian fighter development. Pilots reported favorable comparisons with contemporary Allied fighters. Limited numbers restricted its operational impact. Reggiane Re-2000. The Reggiane Re-2000 was a single-engine fighter with a modern airframe. It performed air defense and patrol roles. The aircraft showed good maneuverability. The all-metal construction and retractable landing gear demonstrated contemporary design standards. Foreign export orders indicated international recognition of its capabilities. Production limitations curtailed widespread deployment. Reggiane Re-2001. The Reggiane Re-2001 was adapted for both fighter and strike missions. It carried bombs for ground attack. The aircraft supported naval and land operations. The strengthened airframe accommodated additional ordnance loads. Versatile mounting points allowed various weapon configurations. Its flexibility made it suitable for multiple combat roles. Reggiane Re-2002. The Reggiane Re-2002 functioned primarily as a fighter bomber. It conducted close air support missions. The aircraft emphasized durability over speed. Reinforced structure withstood combat damage better than lighter fighters. Bomb racks were integrated into the basic design. It operated mainly against ground targets. Savoia-Marchetti SM.79. The SM.79 was a three-engine medium bomber. It was widely used as a torpedo bomber. The aircraft attacked naval targets at low altitude. The distinctive humpbacked fuselage housed the bombardier and navigation equipment. Crews developed specialized low-level attack techniques against shipping. It became one of Italy's most recognizable wartime aircraft. Savoia-Marchetti SM.81. The SM.81 served as a bomber and transport aircraft. It was used for logistics and troop movement. The aircraft was reliable but outdated. The fixed landing gear and corrugated metal skin reflected 1930s design. Its proven dependability made it valuable for supply operations. It remained active due to shortages of modern replacements. Savoia-Marchetti SM SM.84. The SM.84 was developed as a successor to earlier bombers. It conducted bombing and maritime strike missions. Structural weaknesses affected performance. The airframe suffered from inadequate strength in combat conditions. Engine reliability problems further compromised operational readiness. Operational use was limited and challenging. The Cant Z.1007 was a medium bomber with a wooden airframe. It was used for level bombing missions. The aircraft offered good range. The three-engine configuration provided acceptable payload capacity. Wooden construction simplified production but increased vulnerability. Vulnerability to damage affected survivability. The Cant Z.506 was a float plane used for maritime patrol. It conducted reconnaissance and rescue missions. The aircraft operated extensively over sea routes. The triple flow configuration ensured stable water operations. Spacious fuselage accommodated rescue equipment and survivors. Its endurance suited long patrol operations. The Cant Z.501 was a reconnaissance float plane. It was used for observation and patrol duties. The aircraft was slow and lightly armed. The high-wing parasol configuration provided good visibility for crew. Simple construction facilitated maintenance in forward bases. It served mainly in secondary roles. The Breda .65 was a ground attack aircraft. It supported troops with low-level strikes. The aircraft carried bombs and machine guns. The low-wing monoplane design allowed good ground visibility. Armor protection was minimal for weight considerations. Performance limitations reduced its effectiveness. The Breda .88 was designed as a heavy fighter. It was intended for strike missions. Excessive weight reduced operational capability. Pre-production prototypes showed promise, but production versions carried additional equipment. Severe performance degradation made combat operations impractical. The aircraft saw minimal effective service. The Caproni CA.133 was a transport and light bomber. It was used for supply and troop movement. The aircraft operated from rough airfields. The fixed landing gear and high ground clearance suited unprepared surfaces. Cargo doors facilitated rapid loading of supplies. It supported operations in remote regions. The CA.310 was a reconnaissance and light attack aircraft. It performed observation and patrol missions. Limited speed restricted survivability. The twin-engine layout provided redundancy for extended missions. Crew visibility was adequate for reconnaissance work. It remained in use due to lack of alternatives. The CA.311 served as a reconnaissance and training aircraft. It gathered battlefield intelligence. The aircraft had modest performance. The enclosed cockpit improved crew comfort during long flights. Training units used it to prepare crews for operational aircraft. It fulfilled secondary operational needs. The CA.313 was used for reconnaissance and light bombing. It operated across multiple fronts. Mechanical issues affected reliability. Engine problems and structural failures occurred with concerning frequency. Maintenance demands strain support capabilities. Combat effectiveness remained limited. The Piaggio P.108 was a heavy bomber. It conducted long-range bombing missions. The aircraft represented Italy's strategic bombing capability. The four-engine design mirrored contemporary Allied and Axis heavy bombers. Remote-controlled defensive turrets were an advanced feature. Complex systems limited operational success. The Ro.37 was a reconnaissance biplane. It performed observation and artillery spotting. The aircraft operated at low altitude. The tandem cockpit arrangement facilitated communication between pilot and observer. Braced wings provided structural strength for rough conditions. Obsolescence limited frontline use. The Ro.43 was a ship-launched reconnaissance floatplane. It provided naval spotting capability. The aircraft operated from cruisers and battleships. Catapult launch and crane recovery systems enabled shipboard operations. Limited range restricted scouting effectiveness. Performance constraints restricted effectiveness. Nardi FN.305. The Nardi FN.305 was primarily a trainer aircraft. It also served liaison roles. The aircraft provided pilot instruction. The simple control layout helped students master basic flying skills. Economical operation made it suitable for training programs. Limited combat use occurred in secondary duties. Savoia-Marchetti SM.82. The SM.82 was a long-range transport aircraft. It carried cargo, troops, and equipment. The aircraft supported logistics across vast distances. The high-wing design facilitated loading through large cargo doors. Trimotor reliability proved valuable on extended supply routes. Its capacity made it essential for supply missions. The CA.314 was used for reconnaissance and maritime attack. It conducted patrol and strike missions. Operational issues affected performance. The twin-engine configuration sometimes struggled with full combat loads. Maintenance problems reduced aircraft availability. Service use remained constrained. These aircraft formed the backbone of Italy's wartime air operations. They covered fighters, bombers, transports, and patrol roles. Together, they reflect the full scope of Italian aviation in the conflict. For more complete, factual examinations of military equipment used in major conflicts, subscribe to the channel and continue exploring documented military history.